Most Google ads aren't underperforming. They're silently bleeding money. And the worst part of it is that you can't just fix it with new ads or increasing your budget. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5-step audit that finds ways to spend fast so you can stop paying for garbage clicks and start getting conversions. What's up, guys? I'm Milan with Milan Media, and Google Ads is an amazing way to bring in leads fast, especially if you're waiting for your SEO to start performing, because it is a long-term play. Let's dive into 5 areas that you can quickly audit to make massive changes and start getting your ads on the right track. Number 1 is look at your search term reports, not your keywords reports, but your search term reports. What does that mean? That means the phrases that people are actually typing into Google for your ad to show up. So what you want to do is look at the search term report and filter it based on the most important columns that I look at is the spend, the clicks, the number of conversions, and the total cost for conversions. So once you do that, dump that information out of Google if you want to be able to handle it a little bit easier. Throw it onto a Google Sheet and format it correctly, and then sort it based on conversions. I'm looking for what phrases are getting me the most conversions and what phrases are spending the most amount of dollars that haven't gotten conversions. Now, when you're doing this report, you don't want to just look at the last 30 days. If you haven't cleaned up your Google ad account in a few months, you want to go back to maybe 90 days before today, or maybe the last 6 months. And it really gets a grip on your keywords are set up to bring in the traffic with the match type, but the search term report is showing what people are actually typing in. And this could give you indication into areas that you're wasting money. So once you see what search terms are converting, you should see a theme here. There should be different search terms that are very similar that are converting at the highest, and then look at anything that hasn't converted in the previous, let's say 3 to 6 months. And you want to say, hey, are these even relevant to me? And if they're not, you want to try and remove those by looking at the keyword side. So it's bringing in traffic, but because of the way your keyword's set up with a match type, and maybe because of the negative keywords that you do or don't have, these search phrases are bringing in your ad, and it's just spending dollars. So you can look at it and say, how much money am I spending on search terms that aren't really relevant to me, and what is getting me the most conversions? It's a great way to get a quick look at how are things performing. Now, you can't say remove or pause, that's on the keyword side, but you're just looking at indications of what are people actually searching to make sure that when you do one of these other steps, looking at your keywords, that you make sure that things line up. Number 2 is conversion tracking sanity check. This is by far probably one of the fastest ways to realize that your Google Ads is not set up correctly. So you go over to the goals section and go down to your conversions and look at the summary. And this is where you want to say, what are all the conversions that I'm tracking for? And most importantly, what are they attached to, and are they primary or secondary? Keep in mind, primary conversion types are going to be used for bidding. So if you say this is a primary conversion, a form fill, and it's primary on these campaigns, then Google's going to use that for bidding. Google's going to say, I'm showing these ads to people, and you've got a primary conversion of a form fill that's saying, hey, these people are filling out ads. So they're going to say these are good leads that you're getting because they're converting into a form. Now, if it's not set up correctly, or if you have duplicates, which is often the case, you've got a GA4 conversion as primary for a form submission, but you're also tracking the form submission through a direct Google Ads form submission, or you're doing third party with a CRM system like HubSpot. If you have multiple primaries, then you're getting a trigger every single time that happens. So one conversion is firing on 3 different areas, and if all of them are set to primary, then Google thinks that you got 3 conversions, so it's going to say, hey, this is performing pretty well. On the flip side of it, if you don't have the right primary conversion, you've got, let's say, a phone call as a primary conversion, and the form fill is not set as primary, it's secondary, then Google's going to keep showing ads to get people to click the ad and call your number, whether it's click the ad on the landing page, click the ad on the main site, or a click to call ad. So setting that primary conversion per campaign, and even at an account default standpoint, because a lot of companies are going to say, hey, these are my goals and conversions, primaries and secondaries, they're the account defaults, every single campaign is going to have it. Sometimes that's a little bit of a wasted area to go down, because if you're not setting it per campaign, then your campaigns really aren't custom to the actual target demographic and the conversion. So look at your primary conversions and look at all your conversions and say, which one is actually primary? Am I getting duplications? Am I showing 36 conversions last month, but really it's only 18 because you got some duplication of tracking it in GA4 plus tracking it in Google Ads directly? So you need to set one of those as secondary. Preferably you want to set the GA4 tracking as secondary and use the Google, the one that you have directly tied to Google Ads, as the primary, because the studies have shown that the triggers are faster and you're able to get better results when you're going directly through the Google ad platform, because it's going to fire faster, be more accurate, etc. You're not waiting for a third party or even a second party like Google Analytics to be able to trigger and say, yes, this was a good conversion. So definitely look at that. That could be a lot of areas of wasted time and wasted optimization. We've had clients that have optimized for newsletter submissions, page loads, page scrolls, etc. So whenever we get a new client and I look at that and I'm auditing those accounts, I say, well, yeah, you've got 6,000 conversions last month because you were telling Google that the primary conversion for this campaign was loading the actual page. Well, then that Google's just going to send traffic to it. You may as well just say maximize clicks instead of maximize conversion. So your bid strategy and the type of things that you want out of it also matter, but usually the issue initially lies in how are your primary conversions set up and how are your secondary, and are they tied to the right campaigns. The third area is going to be match type and keywords intent. So go to your campaigns and look at the keyword report, and this is where you can actually take some action pretty quickly. So do the same thing like you did search terms. Say go back the last 90 days or 6 months, and I'm going to export this all into a Google Sheet, format it properly, and say, show me all the conversions sorting descending order. So these are all of the keywords that provided me with conversion in the last 3 to 6 months, or maybe you're looking at this at 30 days. In the last 30 days, these are the keywords that gave me conversions, and here's all the keywords that didn't. Now, if those keywords are new, this is where you kind of got to track what changes you're making. If the keywords are new, you don't want to pause them prematurely because you haven't given them a lot of time to actually show. But if you say, hey, last 6 months, then you can say, how many times were these keywords even showing up? Usually, a lot of times when I look at Google ad accounts, we may be going after like 200, 300, 400 keywords, which is too many, because when I look at it, the 80-20 rule applies. 80% of your conversions are coming from 20% of your keywords. So the rest of it is just somewhat noise. Ideally, maybe the paid media specialist had an idea, hey, I'm going to go after these keyword phrases. I'm going to set the match type to either broad match, exact match, phrase match, and then I'm going to test it to see if I get impressions. Now, when you look at the impressions category or the impressions column, if there's 0 impressions, that means that your ad isn't showing up. There's not enough search traffic for you to bid high enough to get shown as an ad. So that can mean that there's not a lot of people searching for that. If you have impressions and you have dollars spent and there's no conversions, then this is where you want to look at it and possibly pause these. You can look at it and say, over the last 5 months, I've spent X amount of dollars and 25% of my keywords have spent 3/4 of the dollars and they've got the conversions, but then 25% of my ad spend was spent on 80% of the keywords and none of them converted, and they've shown them a lot and there's been a healthy spend behind it. I would go through, highlight all those and pause them, only work at the ones that are at the top, the 20% rule, and say, hey, I want to allow the spend to focus more on these keywords to get more of these conversions. Tell Google, I don't care about these other keywords, I care about these ones that are converting, and then every week go in and refine it. But that's a fast way to say, hey, we're wasting money, we're spending money in the wrong areas. Obviously, if there's 0 impressions, 0 spend, you're not saving anything, but anything that has impressions and spend over the past 3 to 6 months, pause those if they're not converting and move on to the next. Budget allocation by performance. Are you letting the winners win and not feeding the losers? You have to look at it and say, I want my money to go into the winning campaigns. Now, sometimes there's too many campaigns that you have. You've got 4, 5, 6 campaigns. And instead of doing multiple campaigns, you can consolidate those all together and just put them into multiple ad groups. So you're saying my ad groups are different because I'm pushing different service, product, industry, category, etc. But it's all in the same campaign. So all of my budget's allocated into the right area. But you have to look at the campaigns, the ad types, the ad groups, the ads that you're doing, and seeing like what's working and what isn't. Google Ads is somewhat simplistic from the standpoint of you have an idea and you have a way to test it, and you're saying, hey, this is what I think will work. Ad copy, landing page, your keyword type, your match type. You run it for a couple of weeks. You look at the performance. If it's not performing the way that you want, maybe you make some adjustments, but you let it run for maybe 30 days. And then you look at it and you say, hey, we thought this would be good, but it didn't work out like that. So you want to make sure that you're allocating the budget towards those things that are winning, whether it is the landing page, the ad type, the headlines, anything that's showing that these are clear winners with the spend. That's where you want to focus your attention and say, Google, keep pushing those. I'm going to remove these other ones. I'm going to A/B test some new areas, but definitely if things have been shown, whether it's landing page, copy, etc., things have been shown for a period of time, it's not performing, then you want to remove those from it and swap them out with something new. Last but certainly not least is going to be the landing page alignment. The landing page report is awesome because you're able to say, hey, go and show me all the landing pages that I'm going after. Maybe it's 3 or 4. And again, look at the last 3, 5, 6 months, maybe 30 days if you're on top of it, and say, show me the landing pages that are getting the most attention, converting the most traffic, and I want to make adjustments to those that are spending dollars but not converting. That's really the theme of this, is that you're bleeding money. It's not like your ads are horrible. It's just that you're wasting money in other areas. So you can look at a $5,000 a month spend, $50,000 a month spend, or a $1,500 a month spend, and you can make it work to a certain level of expectations of maybe it's not going to, $1,500 a month isn't going to get you 75 quality leads. It's going to result in an ROI of like 35x, but you could make the $1,500 work the best for you if you pause all of the areas that are distracting the ads from going into the right demographic, allow Google to optimize it, and make sure that you're looking at landing pages and say, like, these landing pages are performing best. Why is it that they're performing best? Run it through PageSpeed Insights, which is a Google platform, and say, what is the score on this landing page versus these other ones? Why are they converting on this landing page? Is it because there's a lot of information and the trust needs to be established versus a landing page that you created, which is maybe short, direct to the point, trying to get them to click and convert, but they're like, hey, I'm not ready for that yet. I need to learn more information. So the longer form landing page or something that's on your site is going to perform better. But you have to look at all those different areas to make sure that you're optimizing and feeding Google all the good stuff, and make sure that you try and stop the bleeding and the wasted money spent on landing pages that just aren't going to convert. You can go in and say, I'm going to pause these landing pages, direct all this traffic to the other landing pages because it's relevant and it works. You don't have to create something new, and then just let that sit for 14 to 30 days and then check back in and see if you've increased your conversions. If you audit those 5 areas, you're going to find the exact reason why your ads are stalling and why the performance isn't there that you were expecting. The key is you don't want to make a lot of changes too quickly. You want to allow to make a change, let the dust settle, let Google do its thing, wait 7, 14, maybe 21, 30 days before any massive changes, especially if it comes to bidding type strategies. But pausing keywords and shifting that allocation, that's stuff that you can do on a weekly basis. It's not going to change anything crazy. So if you guys got value out of this video and you want to learn more about paid media and all other areas of marketing, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, share it with somebody that you know, and I'll see you on the next one.